Hey, this is Jacqueline's car. So she's driving the truck around. We just unloaded. And we just packed her car. And behind me is PJ. Can you see PJ back there? He's picking me up, because my car's in the shop. I feel like my lips are frozen. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm going on vacation early because they didn't have a run for us. So what I thought was going to be a great vacation and a 4-week recovery from what I thought would be a small, simple surgery turned out to be a cancer chemo commute adventure. And so I did enjoy my vacation. I went to Florida and Oklahoma and Missouri, and it was great. I had a great time. And then I went in for my surgery, and what it was is I had a cyst the size of a baby's head, I'm told, on my ovary. And so we went in, had it removed, and when I went back for my checkup, I'm finding out that, well, actually she calls me because I was pretty much out of it after surgery. So she calls me, she tells me that I need to come in. So I come in early, and she tells me that inside my cyst they found a clear cell cancer. And I'm like, okay. And she's like crying, and I'm like, I don't understand why you're crying. And she goes, well, I just don't like it when I have to tell my patients this. And I'm thinking, I still don't understand. I mean, okay, so there was a clear cell cancer, but the whole thing is gone now, so I don't understand what the threat could be. I don't understand. Well, she tells me she needs to send me on to a specialist. I'm like, okay. So I go see a specialist. Specialist says, we just need to double check and make sure we don't give that cancer cell any place to attach. So let's go in for a hysterectomy, and I'll take some more biopsies. And I was not fond of that idea at all, kind of partial to those pieces. They kind of helped me out. So I wasn't happy about that, and I'm like, okay. So we go in, we have the hysterectomy, and she gets her biopsies, still no sign of further cancer. So I think I'm in the clear, right? No. Now she wants me to take chemo, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And she's like, no, I don't kid. And she don't. She does not joke around, kid, or play. And I can joke around and kid with most anybody, but she's pretty good at staying like, solemn. Well, so fine. So she scheduled my infusion 4 weeks. Well, June I got an infection from my surgery, so I ended up back in the hospital, and they ended up delaying my infusion, so only by a week. So I had not a whole lot of time to think about if I'm going to have chemo or not. And I've always had in the back of my head, if I ever came to that crossroad, my answer was going to be, hell no. I will do things naturally, and I will solve this problem. Well, the thing is when you have stage 4 cancer on your cervix when you're 20, and then you're having cancer 28 years later, you've had cancer twice, you kind of want to make sure there's no nitty-gritty pieces left. So I just battled the pros and cons of chemo and being a naturalist about it. What I call a naturalist, I don't know what your definition is, but to me it's just eating right, exercising right. I mean strictly eating right, and your herbs and vitamins. Well, I thought about it alone for quite some time, and I didn't share it with anybody. And then I shared it with just a handful, literally 3 or 4 people, and not to get their advice, although I'm sure I asked for it many times, but mostly just to, you shake a can of soda, it's gotta really let the steam out. So mostly for that. And so I told just a few people. The reason why I didn't tell you and is not because I don't think you're important, or that I don't love you, or that I don't care. It's not that at all. It's just that it's a process for me. I need some alone time. I need to process the information myself. I need to think about it. Um, I don't need 1,000 opinions. Um, I just need to process. And once again, like I said, I had decided long ago, if I was ever to cross this bridge, the answer is hell no. So I didn't want to say anything to you and then have you worry and be scared and then me not even do it. See? So I wasn't going to have chemo. I was going to show up and say, no, I can't do this. I'm just not going to do this. Well, I also believe people are in your life for a reason. And so I was at home one day, and this idea came to me, hey, you need to call Tabitha. And I'm like, wow, I haven't talked to Tabitha in a long time, and I really love her. And I'm like, it'd be great to talk to her. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to call her. So I did, and we were chit-chatting and talking away, and this idea comes to my head, you need to tell her what's going on. And I said, no, I don't. And idea says, yeah, you really do. You need to tell her. I was like, no, I don't. And the idea says, you need to tell her what's going on. And I said, no, I don't. And I just kept talking. And finally it said it again. Damn idea came back and said, you need to tell her what's going on. I said, fine. I don't need to tell her what's going on. And I'm going to prove to you I don't need to, because I'm going to say something to her and she has nothing for me. So I tell Tabitha, and she just happened to, people can tell you the same message over and over again, but that takes that one person to say the same message in a different light. It could be the same words and everything, but it's just a different light, and your light bulb goes off, right? Okay, so this is my moment. I'm talking with her, and she's like, Gail, I work at the hospital on a cancer floor. And she was telling me how if you had cancer in one breast and you removed it, it can move to the other. Even if it says, you don't, even if they test you, say you don't have cancer, it will find and grow, make a new home in your other breast. And they can remove that one. And it can rehome still. Once again, when they're saying you don't have it, it's been removed, it can rehome to your spine. So that really hit home for me. So that's when I decided to go ahead and have chemo. I've had cancer twice. I just want to nip it in the bud. And the specialist says only 3 treatments, just to make sure any microscopic piece is gone. And so I decided I would. Now I have to tell my mother. And I'm going to have treatment in 2 days. And I don't know how to tell them, my family, my brothers and sisters. I don't know how to tell them. So I actually called Libby on this one, and she helped me with how to say things. And so basically she said, you should have told them a long time ago. What are you thinking? Thanks, Libby. Love you too. But no, she did say that. So I went and I texted all my brothers and sisters. I said, hey, when you get some time, call, let me know so I can give you a call. Because I have 5 brothers and 5 sisters. You got to plan these conversations. You don't know how long each one's going to be. Because, I don't know, once we start talking, we seem to talk a lot. And so I called my mom up, asked her if we can go for ice cream. She said yeah, so we went for an ice cream, and I told her. And she took it all right, because I think whatever energy you give, whatever energy I give you, if I'm giving you a positive, strong energy, then you're gonna uh, feed that back. And then I'm gonna share it and you'll feed it back. So that keeps things healthy. And so I did tell her in a positive, healthy way, strong, confident way, and that is what bounced back from her onto me. And I think, yeah, I think she worried and she was scared and everything, but um, it turned out all right. So then I talked to my brothers and sisters all on the phone. My one brother wanted me to do it by text, so I did that by text. Um, so that got accomplished, and I drove myself to chemo and drove back home from chemo. And I didn't realize you're supposed to have somebody drive you, but I managed. I mean, I don't know. And so then I was told that um, I need to allow my mom to drive me to and from chemo, because it's not for me because I need it, but because she needs it, because she's actually going through the same process I'm going through, just different. And I'm learning that you are too, and my kids and everybody is actually going through the same process, just different from me. And I didn't realize that. I'm really learning a lot through this process. So if you want to subscribe and join and follow my Chemo Commute, you're more than welcome to. But more importantly, there's a lot of people that are in pain, and they're silent about it and they don't share it. So you may know someone who's having a hard time right now and you don't even know it. So if you share this video, that might help them. So that's what I'm hoping comes out of this Chemo Commute that I'm going to be posting and blogging, just to help other people, let them know what my journey is, and what roads I had to cross, and that sort of thing. So I did have my first chemo treatment already, like I just said, and my mom did drive me to my second chemo treatment, and I'm now ready to share the news with you guys. It took me a long time to process all this. Let's see, May, June, July, August, about 3.5 months nearly, for me to process it for myself so I can share it, or even talk about it. So that's where I'm at right now. I have one more treatment coming up, and I have a lot to share as far as my experiences and my new hairdo, if you like. So it's really been a learning experience. I don't even like to consider myself as a chemo cancer survivor, because it feels so small. Because every time I go for a chemo treatment, I see nothing but a room full of people, and they're battling cancer. They are battling cancer, and I feel like I just rode the wave. Just, I didn't feel like I had to battle anything. Yeah, I mean, you battle what chemo does to you. That I have learned. But I mean, to literally battle it every day, and months on end, weeks on end, years on end. Wow. I just, I'm learning a great deal, and my heart really goes out to all these cancer patients and all these people that have been in cancer, out of cancer, in chemo, out of chemo, and some are still going strong and some are just exasperated, and I understand it. and my heart goes out to them. And I hope, just be good to everybody. Everybody's having a tough time. They really are. And they don't always show it on the exterior. You know, some people, they wear their whole home on the exterior, but a lot of people don't too. So be good to everybody. Everybody's having a tough time, and I hope you forgive me for not sharing this with you sooner. I was a hot mess. I was an emotional, hot mess basket case, so it would have been really ugly. And it is my goal to stay positive and to feed out positivity and receive positivity in return. And that way, healing is happier. Really is. It works for me. So I'll keep you posted if you like. Just subscribe and share this video. Somebody may need it. Okay? All right. Love you, darlings. Bye.